from his injuries.
Do you think cops get attacked very often, even in areas with organized crime? I've heard it's common knowledge not to fuck with the police because you will get fucked 100% of the time. Do I think cops get attacked very often? Probably not. But it's like one of the things... I'm sure there's a name for this in stats. But like... If you're trying to weigh between two options... And it's a 50-50 likelihood of whether something happens. Like, let's say on the left here, let's say you're flipping a coin. And on the left here, somebody takes away your phone for an hour. And then on the right here, let's say somebody, I don't know, gives you $20, right? Trying to value these as roughly equivalent, right? If this is a 50-50 thing, these are like good odds. You're like, oh, okay. So we're going to flip a coin. Tails, you get to take my phone for an hour. You don't get to go through it or whatever. And then heads, I get like $10 or whatever. It's like, okay, cool. This is like 50-50 odds. You flip the coin, you weigh it. It's like, okay, whatever, you can do this. But let's say we do the same thing. And here on this part of the spectrum, let's say that if you flip the coin, let's say that if it's heads, you get $20. Let's say that if it's tails, somebody slices your arm off. Even though it's a 50-50 coin flip, you're valuing both of these outcomes way differently, right? Like, let's say that we could make some universal system evaluation, okay? And I value $20 or $10. Let's say that I value that at like 100 units. And let's say slicing my arm off, well, I value this at like negative 1 million units, right? In order to make this equation work, you would have to have like 10,000 times more odds. You need 10,000 more things on this side to want to take this 50-50 bet. Or you would need to severely reduce the risk of this thing happening, right? I think the problem with a lot of police interactions is police interactions look like this, to where the vast majority of the time nothing is happening, right? It's just like a chill thing. But like a chill interaction, you do your job, you get paid your money, whatever. But here, it's very, very, very rare. But when it does happen, you die. Or you and your partner die. And it's very hard for the human mind to operate in these environments because like, well, how the fuck do I weigh this out? Because everybody that's operating here is going to feel like you're an asshole. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? And it's like, well, you don't understand. Look at this here. But when people online argue against cops, they're like, okay, but bro, it's more risky to be a stonemason. It's more risky to be a pizza delivery driver. And it's like, I don't even know like how you're comparing these things. None of that changes the math here that as a police officer, when you deal with somebody, it might just be some crazy dude, or not even crazy. It might be some guy that really wants to cut your throat. They might want to kill you. And you have to weigh how you approach every person with the idea that if you're wrong, you might die, right? And that's the hard thing for, I think, a lot of people to understand. Because they're like, bro, most people aren't going to hurt you. Why are you so fucking weird? Well, it's like, okay, but the ones that do will probably kill me.